The Houston Rockets were the NBA's offseason darlings, a rising young team poised to enter the field of inner circle contenders after acquiring Kevin Durant. Unfortunately, the team that made the league's biggest offseason splash also suffered its biggest blow, likely losing Fred VanVleet for the year due to a torn ACL. VanVleet was far from Houston's most talented player, but the veteran point guard was its most indispensable. The question now is, can the Rockets contend without him? VanVleet's arrival 2 years ago played a massive role in Houston's turnaround, from 60-loss laughingstock in 2023 to 52-win playoff team in 2025. His stats have never accurately captured his on-court value. VanVleet is a brilliant floor general who brings it on both ends and can change a game with his shooting, though his three-point percentage has recently tailed off. VanVleet's one of the game's ultimate minutes winners, and the Rockets will miss him dearly. For as talented as Houston is, and for as much as the offense can flow through rising all-star Alperen Sengun in the middle, there's no true offensive table setter with VanVleet sidelined. So what now? The most exciting and intriguing option, for better or worse, would be to put the ball in Thompson's hands. Thompson's a burgeoning two-way star with Defensive Player of the Year potential, all-NBA upside, and he appears ready for more on-ball reps. But he's not a point guard, or even a point forward, spending just 1% of his minutes at the point last season, according to Basketball Reference.
What? This is your solution?
There are sure to be growing pains along the way, but Thompson has the basketball IQ and aura to eventually excel in an on-ball role. If the youngster takes to his new job quickly, VanVleet's unfortunate setback may end up expediting Thompson's rise to superstardom. However, if he isn't up to the task of running point for a contender, the Rockets will look more like pretenders. No pressure, kid. A Reed Sheppard glow-up would also help. Sheppard spent last season on the fringes of Houston's rotation, but the 2024 third overall pick still has the potential to emerge as the best player of his admittedly weak draft class. VanVleet's injury gives him a chance to prove it. Sheppard is more of a combo guard than a pure point guard, but he shoots and moves the ball more naturally than Thompson and could feast on open looks created by Sengun and Durant. Off-season work in the weight room should also help him improve on the defensive end. The most obvious solution might be staring us right in the face.
Kevin Durant. You know who I am.
Durant is an all-time bucket getter who isn't as natural a playmaker as peers like LeBron James, but the Slim Reaper can still dissect opposing defenses with the ball in his hands. Before last year, Durant had averaged at least 5 assists per game in 6 straight seasons, including a career-high 6.4 assists just 3 years ago. And who can forget his performance during the 2021 playoffs, when the then Nets star took on every role imaginable to compensate for an absent Kyrie Irving and a hobbled James Harden. Given the talent at Durant's disposal in Houston, he shouldn't have to shoulder such an all-encompassing load again, but he'll certainly be running the Rockets' offense for stretches of games, and that's not a bad thing. The only question is whether his body will hold up. As in the 5 seasons since Durant returned from his 2019 Achilles rupture, the 37-year-old has missed nearly a third of his team's games and has suffered multiple knee injuries. There will also be external options. The young Rockets shouldn't be in a rush, but after trading for Durant with only 1 year remaining on his contract, I don't expect Houston to go quietly into the night if its internal options fall flat. Drew Holiday makes the most sense in theory. The respected winner was traded from Boston to the rebuilding Trailblazers in July and would fit seamlessly into head coach Ime Udoka's system. However, Holiday is owed up to $104.4 million over the next 3 years, making a deal for the fading 35-year-old tough to stomach in the age of aprons. And don't even bother asking about a potential reunion with Russell Westbrook. A team with title hopes doesn't need a high-volume, low-efficiency, one-way guard.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
If Houston scours the trade market, a more realistic option might be someone like TJ McConnell. The Pacers guard has been one of the league's best backups for years, and he was an integral part of Indiana's run to the 2025 finals. McConnell is the type of two-way pest Udoka would love, and the 33-year-old is under long-term control at about 7% of the salary cap per year. The Pacers won't let McConnell go easy, but if they sputter without Tyrese Halliburton, they might turn into opportunistic sellers. There are clearly options out there, and whether it's a trade target or the combined forces of Sengun, Thompson, Durant, and Sheppard, the Rockets should be able to scratch something together. It's just that none of those options will do the required job as well as VanVleet would have, and a wannabe contender in the unforgiving West can't afford slippage. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video and want to see more content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button.